Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Chef Joseph, the entrepreneur, back at you again with another video. Chef Joseph, the entrepreneur, back at you again with another video. Today's title of discussion or topic of discussion for today is, isn't it amazing how people who have hurt you, ... Oh, don't worry, we're going to fill in the blanks or fill in those dots. But isn't it amazing how people who have hurt you, ... Say it one more time, let it settle, to let it set in. Also let it settle in, but how it, let it set in. Isn't it amazing how people who have hurt you, ... I had something happen to me 3 days ago, and it has happened quite, man, in the last couple of days, like I've had some stuff come from the left, that was like, wow, I thought this person was this, and they turned out to be the total opposite. But, and you're good to these people, employees, contractors, but isn't it amazing how people who have hurt you, ... Let's go in, Chef. Yeah, let's go in. It's amazing how people who have hurt you, whether lying about you, whether saying things about you, whether quitting the job that you gave them, when they swore to God that Jesus gave them the job. Oh, I'll never quit. I'm here. God knows, man, I'm glad God gave me this job, man. I ain't doing nothing. And all you do is say, hey, look, if we're going to give you a job, at least if it doesn't work out, just don't quit. Just let us know. You would think that's the respectful thing to do, right? You would think. Unfortunately, I see a lot of people who look like me, period. That's what it is. Call it like I see it. The one thing about people that know me know, like, I'm a man of truth. I speak truth. That's what it is. And what I am saying to you is that there was a time that when I really liberated myself, and this is something that you should practice to those of you who have trouble telling truth. One of the things about it is that to come out of a lie, you must admit the lies. One, the lies you told yourself. You have to admit the lies that you told others. And then you have to look at those things face to face, and then make peace with them and make those situations correct. But that's not the topic for today. But what we're discussing is, isn't it strange how people who have hurt you, ... Back to what I was saying, that you give people opportunities. I mean, I'm talking about literally picking them up off the street, airplane going by. Excuse me. So I deal and have dealt with multiple shelters, giving jobs, providing resources, things like that at that particular time. And I have seen like almost every case. When we look down the roster of the people that we actually have assisted, in this thing called entrepreneurship, some of the names I actually remember, and some of the ones I don't. Unfortunately, out of like 3 pages of rosters, the people happen to look like me, other than maybe 1 or 2. And it's amazing because each one of them had a story. But I find it very amazing that when people hurt you, ... that they act like nothing even happened. How many of y'all can identify with that? Hit that like button if y'all can identify with that. Subscribe, cool. But isn't it amazing that people who have wronged you, they don't even have the wherewithal to apologize and say, I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me, I got it wrong. It is a very sad thing to see. It's very sad, especially when you believe in people and giving them chances, to better themselves, to come up, to put some money in their pocket, whatever the case may be. I'm not just saying this for me, I'm talking about for you as well. Where people leave you desolate, they'll leave you holding the bag, but they have a nerve to treat you like you ... It's an effed up thing. Totally effed up. It's totally effed up. Because it's amazing. I've had people who I've given opportunities to, and for one reason or another, not because I was a bad person, but really it came down to jealousy. It came down to jealousy. How do I know? How do you know, Chef? One, they ask you certain questions. They see how you move, which I don't even discuss any of that, But I can just say that if you're here to work or there to work, there's no questioning. You know what I'm saying? You just do what you're supposed to do. Black, white, indifferent. But it's amazing how those who have wronged you come back to ask you a question in a whole different toned down spirit. But in your mind, you did me this way, and you got a nerve to even come and approach me or even open your mouth to say anything to me? Who does that? Those are some very sad people. Sad, pathetic, as I would call it, straight up. I call it like I see it. Because when you hurt someone or you leave on bad terms, things like that, and you're the one that caused it, my thing is you done burnt the bridge. Don't talk to me no more. Bottom line. I don't have any problems in my life. Any problems that I've had come from other people. Everything I went through in my past, I was able to get sealed, signed, and delivered, and moved on to the next realm. You know what I'm saying? But it's amazing. There's a guy that called me, had left on bad terms, like a no-call, no-show type situation. Just using that as an example, though, that particular wording, and act like nothing even happened. But then got a nerve to put a social worker on the phone with you to talk about his situation. You know what I said? I laid it down. First of all, you left me on bad terms. That's the first thing. You left me in a bad term. Didn't care how we made it. What you calling me for? What they calling you for? What they calling you for? They done left you in a bad spot, left you hanging. And they got a nerve a couple months later when they in need, trying to get a check. SSI, etc. And then they have social workers calling you, thinking you're gonna be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Everything was okay, everything. They think you're supposed to be right there. Just like nothing even happened. You know what I did? And I do. You burn me, and you got somebody to call my phone on behalf of you, I'm letting it go. Y'all know about going to the fishing bank? You got that fishing rod, and yep, I let it go all the way. Because don't call my phone, you know what I'm saying, after this person did this. What you got, didn't they tell you? Oh, Chef, you shouldn't be like what? They left you and got a nerve to even come back to you to ask for what? Anything. Cut them people out of your life, straight up. But isn't it amazing how those who hurt you ... And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man, right? I'm an entrepreneur, that's what I do. I've been very blessed in the realm and the things I was being able to see. I went from some dark places of my life to flying in flights, 30, 40,000 feet up, straight up. Seriously, Not because no one gave me nothing, but I earned it. Took a flight, looking out the window way down, 40,000 feet up, just in amazement at how far the Most High brought me. You know what I'm saying? You know, doing some great things here. You know what I'm saying? But isn't it amazing, those who hurt you or hurt me got a nerve to come back to talk to you or ask you for anything. They don't want to come to you directly. They want to send a middleman. That's the next thing. Cutting out your life. And you know, and I'll tell y'all now, in the season we're in now, it's time for the truth to be told. So, for example, if someone did this to you, some of y'all believers out there, y'all be like, okay, well, let Jesus handle it. Oh, Lord. Nah, man, tell the truth. Because you don't come ringing my phone. And this ain't just one. This has been many. You've been fired for insubordination, talking back straight up to the authorities. And you're fired on the spot. You got a nerve to come back meek and mild. Never said you're sorry, though. You just come back with a meek and mild. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah. You can go jump in the ocean with that one. And I don't even play with you at all. But it's amazing because I know in the situations that I've seen now, there's quite a few that come knocking on my door because they know that they were treated correctly. They just didn't man up a woman up, or put their pride aside, you know what I'm saying, to just do what you're supposed to do. You're not asking anyone to do anything for free. You're paying them to do what you asked them to do. How many of y'all out here working? You got jobs or assignments. Y'all know, if they tell you to sweep the floor, if they tell you to wash the window, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, there's no rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? And the game somehow has gotten twisted. I'm so glad, like, I pivoted like a race car track. I went around the curve straight up. Yeah. I ain't gonna say that one, but just know, they will see. You will see. And when you see my story, just know it's all inside of you too. You can do it as well. But isn't it amazing how those who hurt you, ... And the reason I wanted to put those dots in there is just kind of something I felt like doing, or just felt led to do, is because those dots, how they move on, how they act like nothing happened, ... How they act like you wronged them, how they act like that you did something to them, but never admit what they did. Never said, I'm sorry. I had a situation, sister, you know what I'm saying? This is like whatever, nothing, it was just a lady that I knew from years. And you know what I'm saying? She did some off the wall stuff. She had some like artifacts from you know, I'm not gonna get to the whole story, but she wanted me to keep her things. But anyway, that was years ago. But make a long story short, she just handled the situation totally jacked up. I kept her things for free, did not even ask her for a dime. You know what I'm saying? And this was dealing with artifacts that she had from like musicians and stuff. And I was just being a friend, you know what I'm saying? That was it. That was all it was to it. When she didn't have the money to pay, cool. You know, not a problem. I'll hold them for you, whatever. Do your thing. You know, I'm not trying to put no pressure on nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? So when she came to get the thing, she's like, well, I'm coming to get the thing. So she said she was going to have the money for the unit and all this kind of stuff. Do you think she had the money? So instead of saying, I don't have the money, but I still need my things, you know what I'm saying? On your word of who you are, you know what I'm saying? Not intimate, but I'm just saying, just being a sister, just trying to look out. Shout out to Duffy's Dash. You know what I mean on that one. Yeah, that's another situation, but I leave that alone. But however, you gotta do right by people. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, is that it's just amazing when she did not have the money. I gave her stuff and never got paid. And still never got paid. but then want to bring your phone just to have a conversation, just, hey, don't say nothing about how we ended terms. Don't say how everything went. Just act like nothing even happened. Those type of people, man, like Dr. Dre said, F y'all, all y'all. And unfortunately, success will bring you these type of people. And that's kind of where I'm going to bring it in at, bring it back in full circle. Because as you started growing, you must know people will test your boundaries. They will lie to you. They just want to test you to see how far you can go. But then when it doesn't go their way, they make up an excuse. They talk about you, they lie about you, they try to say all type of things against you. But isn't it strange when you have been good to those people and you treated those people with honesty and respect, just because it's the right thing to do. A lot of people don't even have it in them to do the right thing. And that's the sad part. But isn't it strange how people treat you after you didn't do anything to them? My advice to you, you can forgive, let white Jesus, black Jesus, and baby Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You can forgive them if you want to. My solution is to cut them off. You ain't got to fight about it. You ain't got to argue about it. Just cut them off. Cut them off totally. And one day, like my mentor, Mr. Johnson, would say, only the wise and the truly wise, that's the term he used, would take heed to what they've done. If you're wise, you will face your situation. And that's to you too. So if y'all got things in y'all's life that, such as my child's mother, who never told my daughter the truth, who excommunicated me, see what I'm saying? I'll never forget that. But anyway, I bring that up from time to time because it's effed up. You know what I'm saying? But however, just know only the wise and the truly wise will look at their mistakes, including yourself. If you wrong somebody, look at what you've done to them and go back to them and make it right. I don't care how much it hurt. Put your pride to the side, yo. Because we all have hurt people. In every situation for me, I know I went back to make them situations right, and I made them all right, other than one, and that's my child. And it wasn't because of me, it was because of her mom. But guess what? The book is written. 6 chapters worth. And it doesn't talk all about her, but it's 6 chapters that gives a whole outline of everything. I'm just saying. I'm not getting into that. I'm just telling you. Because yes, I guess you could say a scorned father. You got scorned women out here. That's okay to say. But you also got scorned fathers who've been through this type of treatment as well. Y'all, I got something else coming behind that one, but I'll leave that alone. But yeah, make your situations right. You know what I'm saying? And isn't it strange how people that treat you, they act like nothing even happened. ... But you know what I've learned about people like that I've seen? This is just a personal observation. I see some of the same people, that have done me a certain type of way. Not because I'm bad, because I gave them opportunities. Either they were on drugs, either they getting high, whatever they had going on, they dropped the ball. I keep pushing, and guess what? They still in the same place. And you know what? I won't even feed you. Because when I tried to feed you, you walked away. Sometimes you gotta toughen up. And only the wise and the truly wise can hear this message, can receive this message, can apply this message for a better tomorrow for yourself. Because you won't go far until you make your wrongs right. Just know that. You must know. So anyway, like and subscribe to the channel, Chef Joseph, the Kick Sauce for Entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Got some great things coming. The book drop is about to come. I told y'all about the title. I revamped the book. And you can actually go to the Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce page, Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce for Entrepreneurs page on Facebook. You can see it there. And that you can see just the outline of it, but it's real tight. So anyway, y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe to the channel. But isn't it strange how people treat you after they wronged you. Dot, dot, dot. I'm out of here. Have a good one.